Okay, hi all. Good morning. So first of all, thanks to all those who have shared the feedback. So from the feedback, what I understood is presentation is fine, content is fine. Few of you have raised concerns regarding assignment. Okay, but that is good. I appreciate that because ultimately at the end of the day that will help me only. Okay, so that's good, and I want honest feedback. So perfect. So assignment, I wanted to understand from my perspective, there are two things. The first is like complexity of that, and second thing is like number of questions. So the reason like I'm sharing only 5 questions as of now. The reason for that is we are still at the very beginning phase. We have not covered much keywords. Okay, and complexity again that will grow as we proceed with the session. Okay, but if you have any other concern apart from that, please let me know. I will try to modify those assignments. Okay, apart from that, next week I will change the meeting link, but I will share on this group, so all the communications will happen on this group only. Again, one request: please don't share assignments or any other documents with any external participants. A humble request. Okay, fine. So before proceeding, any question on the topics which we have discussed yesterday? Anything which you want to repeat, or if you have any confusion? Anyone? All good?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, fine. If all good, so we have discussed till question number 6 yesterday, and I hope the solution was clear to you all. Now, coming to question number 7, I think which of the following statement is correct? SQL is case sensitive with data only. Is this correct statement?
Tanvir,
Yeah.
hi Tanvir. Sorry,
Yeah.
sorry for I think I was on mute. That
Mhm.
question number 6, actually, I have tried yesterday. This one, the scenario 1 and 2, the answer should be we have to fetch the data in 2 lines, or it should be 1 line. What I was trying to say, ask actually from the table.
That is not a problem. You can fit that in 2 lines or 1 line. So that
Two
depends on
one
the number
line,
of
I
records.
it didn't work out for me. I don't know about others, but 2 lines it is okay. That worked. Can you please that end or something? It gave me confusion actually while trying to do it in 1 line.
Uh,
That answer.
1 minute. Sorry, I didn't get your question. 1 line. I didn't get that one. Can you
See,
please repeat?
you have a two conditions, right?
Wow, yeah, this is the
Candidate
one
must have.
condition, and
This
this
is the
is another condition.
another
For these
condition.
two conditions, you have to write two separate queries. Yeah,
Two separate queries, right? So the
right.
first one, the scored in 90 in physics and
Uh-huh.
19, I had it only worked for me while putting 2 lines, not in 1 line. Select the
You
data
share,
from so and so.
you share that query with me, what you have written. Okay, I will look into that.
Sure. Okay.
Okay,
Hmm.
fine. Anyone else who has any confusion in this question and you want any clarification? No. Okay, I think second part we have not discussed. So this was simple. Let me run this now. Those not speaking, please go on mute. Those not speaking, please go on mute. Okay, so where is that question? This is the question from statement. Okay, so first of all, let me create this table structure. So this is the student, this is the data. Okay, one more thing, like those who are working and who have shared the assignment. So are you practicing, or you are just writing in a notepad and you're sharing the result? So I will suggest you to practice on this any platform. If you want to practice on Microsoft SQL Server Workbench or Oracle, but you practice it, okay, and you do some modifications as well. Try to do some more scenarios. Okay, don't stick only to the assignment, but you can do some more scenarios. You can practice that. If you're discovering something new, let me know that, okay, Tanvir, this is the new scenario I have came across, but I'm getting stuck. Please tell me, okay? More you will practice, more you'll be having command over this language. Okay. So this was the second condition. We have discussed first condition yesterday, and I hope that was clear to everyone. Second condition is a bit easy. It is telling that candidate who has scored 90 in physics, okay, always write SQL queries in chunks. So select a star from a student where first condition is 90. You want marks 90. So I will write marks is equal to 90. Okay. And then after this, what I have to write? Yeah, what I have to write after this, guys?
And subject.
Subject is equal to
Physics, comma,
physics. Physics, comma, chemistry.
Yes.
No. See, subject is equal to physics. The condition is those who have scored 90 in physics. First is done, right?
One subject, yes.
Or if someone has scored 95 in chemistry, we will admit those students as well. So this is an or condition. Okay. So you are telling either he has scored 90 in physics or marks is equal to 95 and subject is equal to
chemistry.
Chemistry. Okay. So here this was simple because you have two conditions. Please, those not speaking, please go on mute. Okay, thank you. So this is the condition here. Now if I run this, so you have these three records. Now if you will analyze these three records, okay, now if you analyze these three records, you can see that marks 90 and subject physics. So this one, marks 90 subject physics is captured here, right? Then marks 90 subject physics is captured here. And here marks 95 and subject chemistry. This is also captured. So you got both the candidates and they both will get admitted, right? They both will get admission. Is that clear? Any question on this?
So we can use brackets also, right? Parentheses here in such scenarios.
Of course. But I will prefer or I will suggest to use brackets because this will improve the readability of the code. Now from here I can understand that, okay, this is one condition, this is one condition, this is one family, and this is another family. This is another condition. So you have to give brackets. Okay. If you will remove the brackets, you will get different result. So always with and or condition, you have to be very careful. Okay, so you see how I have written. First of all, I have written this condition. Okay, this is the condition, or this is the condition. So the both condition will get evaluated. So you can use bracket, but I will suggest use bracket. That is very important.
Then I got my answer, I think. What I even the system also gives this error to give some parentheses or some sort of error I was getting it. I think that's what it meant for. All right.
Okay, no problem. Good here. Anyone else? Any question on this?
No.
Question. Perfect. Now moving to the next question. Which of the following statement is correct? SQL is case sensitive with data only. So I think you all agree with this statement, right? SQL is case sensitive with data. SQL is a case sensitive language. Is this correct?
No.
No, SQL is not a case sensitive language. It is case sensitive, but with data only. You have a clause here, right? SQL is not a case sensitive language. Is this correct?
Data sensitive.
This is also false. So option A and D are true. SQL is not case sensitive with reserved or user defined keywords. These are some basic questions, especially to freshers. These are asked, okay, and they will try to confuse you. Now, question number 8. Unfortunately, no one has solved this question. Okay, let's try to understand. And the scenario-based questions are especially asked for the experienced folks. Okay, and nowadays those who are preparing for data analytics field, they will see they would have experienced this kind of questions. Okay, they will frame a scenario, and based on that, you have to write a query. Okay. First of all, let's try to understand the question. Question is like create an Amazon e-commerce table. So you have to create a table first of all. Okay. With the details related to AC, air conditioner, and insert data accordingly. So you have to create a table which will be having information about air conditioner, maybe like the brand name, the price name, and the discount what all you are getting. Okay. What is the first condition? As the festive season is going on, so few selected brands such as Blue Star and Hitachi. So I I know like we all are shopping on this e-commerce platform, and you will see that during festive seasons you will get a good discount and benefits they will give, right? So, but again, that is on selected brands and selected cards. We all know all these things, so I don't want to explain all those concepts. So Blue Star and Hitachi, they're giving additional 10% off. So it means you have card, you don't have card, you are paying cash, COD, or whatever it may be, they will give you 10% off. Is the first condition clear? So by default, they are giving 10% off to all the customers, whether you are going to pay the bill using COD or card or EMI, whatever it may be, they will give you 10% off. Okay. Second condition, Voltas and Daikin are giving 10% off on ICICI card. If you have ICICI credit card, if you're making payment using ICICI credit card, so this Voltas and Daikin will give you 10% off. Is this two conditions clear first of all? Because in scenario-based questions, I have noticed most of the students, they will get confused with the statement itself. If I will prepare the table, and if I will tell you that, okay, this is the table, this is the data, then you will solve the question. Okay. So hope the first and second conditions are clear, right?
Tanvir, so first in festive season, they are giving 10% off to all the brands, and ICICI, if you have ICICI card, they are giving additional 10%. That means 10 plus 10 they are getting on the Voltas and Daikin, right?
See, Blue Star and Hitachi, 10%. So you see, here the thing is, Blue Star and Hitachi, they are giving 10% off. Means what all discount your Amazon is giving and what all is giving, we are not bothered about that. Sometimes it happens no, that Amazon is having some limited time deal. They will give you some offer. So Blue Star and Hitachi is telling that I am not bothered that what all discounts you are getting. I will give you 10% discount from my bucket.
Okay.
But Voltas and Daikin are telling that, boss, if you are using ICICI credit card, then only I will give you 10% off. And even I am not bothered what others are giving. Because sometimes you will see that this platform, Amazon, Flipkart, or whatever it may be, they will give it discount from their bucket. Sometimes it happens. I think you all have noticed that, right? So don't mix the first and second condition. The second condition is with Voltas and Daikin. First condition is with Blue Star and Hitachi. They both are different conditions, different brands. Okay, fine.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. So these are the two separate conditions. Hope the question is clear now. Now what you have to do, first of all, you have to create a table and you have to insert data. This is very important. Those who are working on the project, like we have created 3 teams. I have sent an email. Sorry, I have sent an request, I think last week, that those who are interested, you can come to that. So there as well in that project, this is the intention that you should first of all know what all tables you have to create. Okay, Akanksha and Aditi, Nafisa, their team, they have submitted that FRD. That was very good. So I will request other team members to prepare similar documents and share with me. Okay, and then we will discuss that in the next class, or maybe we will schedule a separate session for that. Okay, so whatever it may be. So from that project, this was the first requirement, that you should create a table, and you should know that what all tables are in scope from a college database perspective, right? You have to create a table of a student, you have to create a table of lectures, you have to create a table of department and all those things. Okay, so similarly, first of all, you have to create a table. But if you compare this question with all the earlier questions, I have shared the table structure, everything with you. So first task I have done here. But in scenario-based question, you have to create a table and you have to insert data as per your understanding. That is what the interviewer is looking at, how much experience you have, how much familiar you are with the data. Okay, so you have to create a table and you have to insert data accordingly as per your understanding. You can refer Amazon app for various brand details. So if you want to see what all brands are there, what the price is and all those things, you can refer the app. Okay, now you have to write a SQL query which should fulfill both above conditions 1 and 2. Okay, so it means, so what I'm expecting from this, suppose, okay, so far so good, everything is clear.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. If any doubt, I'm repeating again and again, stop me then and there and ask the question. Okay. Brand is
AC.
suppose.
AC, not fridge.
Oh, sorry. Good catch. Amazon AC. Sorry. Brand is Warcat 250. Okay. And let me just take that price. Okay. Just 2 columns I'm keeping, but if you want, you can add more columns, your wish. Okay. This was very interesting question, but unfortunately, very few of you have tried. So don't think that I want the exact answer and all those things. Okay. Whatever you know, just try it. I want you guys to try at least. Okay. So let me create a table. So I've created a very simple table. Okay. Now let me insert data. Insert into Amazon. SQL-06th. So first of all, what all brands we have here? Blue Star and Hitachi.
Values is missing.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Sorry. Values is missing. So you have Blue Star. And then suppose the price is 40,000. I thought of making it more complicated with some like capacity of that 10 and all those things. So next time maybe we can plan that. Okay. 30,000. And then suppose now it is Hitachi. So Hitachi. Suppose this is 35,000. And this is 45,000. So Blue Star attaches them. Then we have Voltas and Daikin. Okay. Then we have Voltas. I'm taking just 2 records. Okay. Or
LG.
or let's take only 1 record. Okay. Just keep it simple. Keep the price same. Voltas Daikin. Okay. Perfect. So this is the data. So first task is done. You have created table. You have inserted record. But believe me, no one has done this. Tell me, is this complicated? Right? This was simple. That is what if I'm giving any question, at least try something. Okay. So fine. Let's verify the data. Select start from underscore AC. Let's see. So, oh, those 2 records are not inserted. This one is not inserted. Let me check this one. Okay, so you got all the different brands. Okay, now what I'm expecting you to write a query which is fulfilling these conditions. It means if suppose a customer is purchasing this Blue Star, price is 40,000, right? They will come to that Amazon app. Suppose I am purchasing this Blue Star 40,000. I notice that, okay, they're giving 10% off. Okay, so what I will do, I will calculate 10% of this, right? I will apply some calculations that, okay, 10% of this will be off. So how much discount I'm getting? 10 into 40,000 divided by 100. This is what I will do, right? Just this you have to do. Brand, comma, price, then apply the formula. Okay, or else leave this because this will have some case statement. When I will teach you case now, then I will cover this. So leave this for the time being, but at least you should try this one, how to create table and what all values we have to put in. Okay, then when I will cover those case statement, then I will tell you that how you can calculate. Otherwise it will become a little bit complicated now. Okay, or just one more simple thing you can do. You can do like this: 10 into your price and then divided by, because you can do without case as well, 100 from Amazon AC. So this much 10% discount you are giving for which brand? For which brand you're giving 10% discount?
Blue Star.
Blue Star.
Okay, so shall I write brand is equal to Blue Star?
Yes. or brand is equal to
Blue star or
brand equal to.
brand is equal to
Brand in blue star.
In also can write.
correct. So I can write this as well and in as well. We'll see both. Okay. So this is the one. Brand is called Blue Star or Hitachi. Okay, you got this one. So you'll get 4,000 discount, 3,000 discount, 3,500. This is correct. Okay. Any question on this, guys? Now, from this, it is not clear as what this is indicating. We know that this is discount, but we are not sure what this is indicating. So you have a concept of alias. So if you will write as, so this particular will be now displayed as discount. I will show you this. And this is known as alias in SQL world. Now see, it is converted to discount. Okay, so this is discount now. Similar query, someone told me that then we can use in. And if you guys remember yesterday, I have told you, right? In Blue Star, comma Hitachi. So this is one and the same as or condition. This is one and the same as or condition. Let me execute this one. Same output. Okay. Okay, so if I will keep only Blue Star, so whether this query will work within?
Yes.
Okay, we have discussed this yesterday. So in operator, you can keep one argument, two argument. There's no condition like that. And if you want one value only, you can keep this, your wish. If you want to keep 10 values, you can keep that as well. You see only Blue Star is coming here. Okay, so that's not a problem. So mostly in projects, we prefer this only to use in operator. Okay, this will act as or condition. Hope this is clear. The alias concept is clear.
Yes.
You can change this. Okay. Now suppose this brand, I want to make alias of this as well. Is that possible? Suppose I want to write like this. Okay, let's see. Is that possible or not? Oh, it is coming like this. But in the table, it was brand, right? But I've changed that to Amazon_brand. Okay, so now tell me one more thing. Now, if I will go and check the original table, so whether that will be displayed as Amazon brand or brand only?
Only brand.
Oh, what is coming as brand here? But I've changed that to Amazon brand here. No, what is coming as brand here?
Temporarily for that query only, it is changing it to that way.
Perfect. So this is temporary for this query only. This is for the time being. This is for the display purpose. Okay. Okay, fine. Hope this is clear. Any question on this? So this is the one condition. So from this query, we can see that, okay, the price is, this is the discount. Okay. But now you want that. Okay, but before proceeding, any question, guys, on this?
Tanvir, I have one question.
Yeah, sure.
On top, we have inserted, the Blue Star, the value is 40,000, and on the line it is 30,000. Is that imaginary value? On top, the first, after creating the table, we have inserted the value.
Actually, you're right. I thought of giving that capacity, but I have not included that column. So let me delete that. You are correct. Delete from Amazon AC. Where you are correct. My bad. I'm not given only one. Otherwise, you will be confused. So let me delete this record. I have deleted this. Don't bother that what I've written here. Delete all those things. Don't concentrate on that. Okay, now is this fine? Again, Hitachi, so just assume that this is for two different capacity. Okay, 45,000. So the capacity is there, and 35,000, that is 1.5 ton. This is for 2 ton, something like that. Okay. So this is the discount. So if you're purchasing Blue Star, which MRP is 40,000, so you will get 4,000 discount. Any question on this query? You understood the concept of alias? Okay, this is just for the display purpose. Don't think that it will be saved in the database. Hope this is clear.
Yes.
Now someone told me that this is fine. Then you are showing that MRP price and then this is discount, but I want to see the final price. Okay, I want to see the final price. So what is the formula for final price?
Price
Select-
minus discount.
Price plus discount.
Price minus.
Final price.
Sorry,
is
minus
equal to
discount.
Price minus discount, right?
Discount.
This formula I have to apply. Okay. So I thought that, okay, fine, let's apply this formula. Price minus discount. Is this fine? You guys told me that this is the formula, so I'm applying this formula. Oh, you all agree with me, okay? I'm executing this.
Not work.
Oh, discount invalid identifier. We got an error message here, okay? The reason for this error message is, okay, so the reason for this error message is, I have mentioned here discount. I am telling to SQL engine that SQL from price subtract the discount amount, and SQL is telling that so okay, see, whenever you get this invalid identifier, so from this SQL is telling that I don't know what is this discount column. Okay, and this is correct only because you have mentioned here this as an alias for display purpose. This is not stored in the table. Okay, and whenever you're writing anything here, so it will consider this as a column which is stored in the table. So in the original table here, your SQL engine will search for this column discount. Do you have discount column here? You
No.
don't have,
No.
right? You don't have. That is why when you're running this, please try to understand the concept, why it is throwing error message. So that is why it is throwing error message that I cannot find this discount. Why? Because SQL is searching in this Amazon AC table. And obviously in this table, you don't have any column with any discount. Correct? Hope this is clear.
Yes.
So now how to solve this? This is the problem. SQL is saying that I don't know where is the discount column. And SQL justification is right only because there's no column with the name discount in the main table, this one, right? So what to do?
Can we create it just like price we did? Like discount we calculated. Similarly, can we create a query for that in that fashion?
That also we can do. That also we can do. But let me answer this one. But that is correct. We can do that as well. Okay. So if I want to apply that formula, price minus discount, and this was throwing this error message. So then how we can do that? Let's try to understand it. Before that, I want to tell you the concept of temporary table. And I will request everyone, those who knows all these concepts, please forget everything. Okay, because otherwise you will get confused. Now I'm trying to run this query. Try to understand what is the meaning of this query. And this is an example of subquery, and the same we have. Oh no, okay. Yeah. This is an example of subquery. Okay. Now try to understand what I'm trying to do here. I'm telling to SQL engine that Mr. SQL, I want this column MSN brand. I want the column price. I want the column discount from which table? Have I mentioned any table name here?
No.
No, table name is not there. So what I'm telling to SQL engine that Mr. SQL, first of all, execute this query, inner query. This is known as inner query because this query is within this open and close bracket. Okay. So I am telling to SQL engine that Mr. SQL, please execute this inner query. Okay. Keep that result in a temporary table. And then consider that table as the table from which I want these columns. I think this is not clear. Let me show you. So first of all, SQL will execute this inner query. After executing this is the table. So now what your SQL will do, SQL will understand that, okay, user is asking for Amazon brand, this price and this discount. From which table? From this table. From this table. So here directly I have not mentioned any table, but this is like a runtime. I'm telling that first of all execute this. After execution, whatever values you are getting, create a temporary table and consider that table as the table from which you have to fetch all this information. Is this clear?
Yes.
Everyone? So this is known as runtime query or subquery, because I have used a query within another query. So if I will execute this, you will get the same output. That is a different thing. The output is same. Don't think that why the output is same and all those things, but try to understand the concept that I have not mentioned any table name here. Then how this SQL is giving me this output? Because I'm telling to SQL that Mr. SQL, first of all, execute this inner query and then assume the output as a table. And from that table, I want this data. Is this clear?
Yes.
Everyone, any question on this?
Yes.
Now, if you want to apply any filter condition, you can apply. Now everything will be as it is, like what you know so far, everything will be same. Suppose you want to see only blue star AC, you apply this condition, blue star. Okay, it will work. Okay, you got the output. Hope this concept is clear now. Now, if this is clear, I have a question. Let me delete this where condition. Earlier, when I was using here, price minus discount, what was the output? When I run this query, what was the output, if you guys remember it?
Invalid identifier.
Invalid.
Invalid
It is
identifier.
error.
Invalid identifier. And what justification I told you that why this output is coming?
It was fetching from that original table.
It was trying to apply this in the original table, but in the original table, you don't have
is
any
not
column with the name
discount.
discount, right? I told you that this is the reason, and that is why SQL cannot find this column discount, and it is throwing error message, and you all were convinced, right? Okay, perfect. Now, tell me one thing, and I want you all to please think over that, okay? Here again, I have used discount, right? I've used this discount column. And you know, like this discount column is not present in Amazon AC table, right? We all have seen that this discount column is not present in Amazon AC table. But when I'm executing this query, this is not throwing this error message. Invalid identifier. They should throw no, that discount column is not present there. But why this is running now? What is the reason?
Because in my temporary table, there is a column of discount.
Correct.
The inside query one.
Because now the table is the output of this. This is your table. Now in this table, do you have discount column? Yes, I have discount column, and this is the discount column. So your SQL engine can identify that, okay, there is a discount column, and that is why it is not throwing any error message here. Hope this is clear. I'm repeating,
Yes.
is this clear to everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
Please try to understand the concept behind this, how it is working, why you're getting error message, how the SQL is processing this query, how it is behaving with the different queries. Okay, that is very important. Now you tell me, if I will apply this formula, it will work or not?
Yes, it will work.
It will.
Do you have price column? Yes, I have
Yes.
price column. Do you have discount column? Yes, I have discount column. Now you just apply this. You got the value. Okay. Now, if you want to give some other name to this price minus discount, like final price, what you will do?
Alias.
Alias. Final price. Okay. That's all. Let me run this. Is this fine? One more shortcut is there for this. No need to write as. If you want, you can write your wish. So just after this, give a space, and that's all. And then when you will execute this, you'll see both are same. Your wish. You want to keep write like this as, and then that name, or you don't want to write as, your wish. Okay, I don't want to comment on that. Hope this is clear to everyone.
Yeah, Tanvir, I have one question. instead of writing subquery, can we write like in subquery the another column like price minus the whole equation of discount?
I'm coming on that. Yeah, I'm coming on that.
Okay.
After this, I will explain it. Okay.
Okay.
So no problem. Any questions so far? You understood the concept of subquery? You understood that I have not given any table name here. Even then, SQL is giving the output, because at a runtime, SQL is creating a temporary table based on this output, and from that table, it is fetching you the data or the result. I'm assuming this is clear to everyone. This is very important. That's why I'm repeating again and again. And this will come n number of times down the line in our course. Okay. So this is fine. You all told that you have understood this. Okay. Now, someone wants that note, and I don't want to write this subquery here. Do something in this single query only. Okay, fine. Let's do that. We know that the final price if the discount is 10%, so it will be like 90% of that, right? 90% of the price will give you the final price, right? I think you all know this calculation. Perfect. This is again one way. This will give you the final price. Okay, 36,000 and this value and this value. This is again, and you can give the Alias the final price. Okay, but you are telling that no. This is like, suppose you are strong enough in mathematics, so you know that you can do 90% because they're giving 10% discount. Suppose someone, he doesn't know all this here. So you are working with business stakeholders, they're not that much technical guys, so they are business guys, they don't know all these things. So apply that formula here, price minus discount. And okay, fine, let's do that. So price minus, what you want to minus here? This value?
This, yeah.
Okay. Just copy it, paste it here. That's our story finish. And then run it. For the value 36,000, 31,500, 40,500. If you want to give some Alias here, you can give Alias final price or whatever you want. What's this? Okay, let me execute this one. Hope this is clear to everyone.
Yes.
Yeah.
What happens when if we have like a different discount in every record like that?
Yeah. Every record or every brand?
Let's suppose 10% and 15 and 20% in the three records.
So you mean that, Tanvir, if we have multiple conditions, like here you told that, okay, Blue Star is giving 10% discount. But suppose again, Blue Star is telling that if you will buy 1.5 ton, I will give 10% discount. If you will buy 2 ton, I will give 15% discount. Like if we have multiple conditions, then how you will handle it? I think that is what you're telling, right?
Yeah, because we have like here it is like you have written like 10 or 90. It should be like dynamically. Is it possible like based on that?
Correct. If we have multiple conditions, then Tanvir, how you can do, because suppose you're getting 10% discount, 15% discount, then how you can manage this one, right?
Yeah.
So that is what I told you in the beginning, that we will cover those aspects during case statement. Okay. When I will teach you, there's case statement, we can handle with that. But suppose if you will telling that no, I want to write based on this only, this is the condition, then you can apply multiple conditions here. Suppose you have capacity column, so you write capacity is equal to 1.5 ton. Okay, then in this case again you have to write one more query. Okay, you have to frame one more query, and then there you will mention that, okay, now the capacity is 2 ton, and from that again you have to change the formula here and all those things. So you can write query in this fashion as well, but you have to write multiple queries. So for that we will use when you will discuss those case statement, I will tell you that how you can solve it.
Can we get one column? How much discount we are giving? Like 10% in this column only. 10%. Can we get one extra column in which it's showing only discount that we are giving?
Yeah, this is the discount column. We are giving 4,000 and all those things.
4,000 is there, but we want like 10% in that form. Like
Oh,
10%.
okay. So you're telling that, okay,
Percentage.
percentage.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Good one. Okay, good catch here. So very simple. You can just write here.
Maybe I'll just I would like to give the scenario like the Blue Star itself. It has a 10% discount, and the credit cards like ICICI credit card, which you mentioned in the second condition, that can be added there in the two scenario. How that could be, the table should show you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, sure. 1 minute. This is again one way. You are also correct that in the table itself we have mentioned that. I think that is what you are mentioning. That while table creation we would have mentioned that discount percentage. Sorry, I didn't get your question. So, but this is again one way you can hard code this, that 10% is the discount percentage like this in the final query, or else while creating the table here, you can mention the discount percentage here. Okay, or else if you want to hard code, you can write here 10% as a discount percent. So you can see you have a new column here as a discount percentage, but this will not be stored in the table. This is just for the display purpose. Yeah, tell me.
But we can't subtract this one, no? But we can't use this as a calculation basis.
You cannot use this for calculation purpose here, but again the same concept. You have to use this concept. You have to use subquery, and then that will assume this as a column. Okay, there you can use it, but in the same query you cannot use this for calculation. Is that clear?
Okay.
Is that clear? Are you sure?
Yeah, clear.
Okay, perfect. Any other question? You can do a lot of things, but I'm not going in all those concepts because you're not that much matured so far. But we will discuss all those things. Okay. Any other question, guys? If no question, then I will leave this second condition to you all. You can work on this now. I think this is simple. Okay. I thought of making this more complicated, but down the line I will add some more conditions on this, and this will be more interesting. Okay. Fine, then if you don't have any questions, so we can move to the yesterday assignment. I think this is the one. No? Yeah. First question. I think most of you have written the questions. Have you solved this? Anyone who wants to explain this one?
No,
yes or
it was
no?
easy.
No, it was easy. Okay. Guys, we cannot spend time on each and every question. If you have doubt, please ask me. Okay. Okay. Write a SQL query to list the ID which is present in both the tables, employee 1 and employee 2. Although many of you have solved this correctly, but few of you have committed mistakes. So this is the table. And again, very humble request. Don't be in a hurry. This is the very top condition. I don't want to go in a very fast mode. Okay, so I need some patience from you. Don't be in a hurry that I want to finish the syllabus in 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, 6 weeks. No, nothing like that. So okay, fine. So this is one table, employee 1, and then this is another table, employee 2. Fine, these are the two tables. Question is like statistical query to list the ID which is present in both the tables, employee 1 and employee 2. You want the IDs which is present in both the tables. So actually this question can be solved using multiple keywords in SQL. You use intersect, union, and many other things are there, minus and all those things. Okay. But whenever I'm giving a question, so you have to solve it using those keywords which we have discussed in the class. Don't use any other keyword. Okay. Some of you have solved this using intersect. Some of you have used union. I have not taught intersect. I have not taught union. I have not taught join. So please refrain from using those keywords which we have not discussed in the class. Okay. But fine, if you want to show me that, okay, can I use this one? Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Okay. So you have to find the IDs which is present in both the tables, employee 1 and employee 2. So again, this is exactly same as the question which we have discussed yesterday. So first of all, select ID from employee 1. Okay. You want ID from employee 1 table, but what is the condition? Where ID n. It means you want only those ID which is present in employee 2 table as well. That is why you will write select ID from employee 2. Okay. So you are imposing a condition that I want ID from employee one. From this, you are telling to SQL engine that SQL, I want ID from employee one. But where means what? But which ID you want? You are telling I want those ID which is present in employee two table. Okay, now check it. ID one, is this present in employee two table? Yes or no? Yes.
Yes.
ID two, is this present in employee two table? Yes, it is
Yes.
present here.
Yes.
Okay, fine. ID three, is this present?
No.
No. ID four, is this present? No. So that is why this is exactly a manual analysis. I want ID from employee one, which is present in employee two. So that's why I given this condition. Now let's execute this. 1 and 2 is the answer. Hope this is clear to everyone. Okay, same. Okay, in this. Now suppose I will change this question. ID which is not present in employee two. Okay, the question is like, write an SQL query, list the IDs which are present in table 1 but not in table 2. Okay, so this is the reverse of the first question. First of all, try to understand the question. What is the question? I want those IDs which are present in table 1 but are not in table 2. So what you will write here? Select ID from employee 1 where ID not in. So if you write not in, it will check for the IDs which are not present there. So try to understand the concept of in and not in. Not in is the just reverse of in. Now do the manual analysis again. Okay, let's start from the beginning. ID 1, we know that this is present in the other table, so we don't want this. ID 2, this is also present in the other table, employee 2, we don't want this as well. ID 3, is this present in the employee 2 table?
No.
No,
It's not present. Yeah.
so this will be counted. ID 4, is this present in the employee 2 table?
No.
No, this is not present. So these are the
It
two
will be
IDs
counted.
which I am looking for, because this ID 3 and 4 are not present in the employee 2 table. Okay, hope this is clear.
Yes.
Let me run this. ID 4 is the output. Is this clear, guys?
Yes.
Okay. I'm not getting questions today. You all seems to be low in energy. Is it like this? Why no questions? Okay, fine. Next question. What is SQL to find the investor name who has invested in more than one sector? Exactly same as the second question. Okay, this is based on that a similar question I have posted on LinkedIn as well, but that is a bit complicated. But those who are interested, they can try. Okay. So I hope this is also clear. You all have worked on this. Anyone who wants me to explain question number 3? I hope this is clear, right?
Yeah, clear.
Question number 4 again, you all have done correctly. Here, few of you, what you have done for this case, you have this, you have written this way: select star from a student where marks greater than equal to 50 and less than equal to 95. So this is correct, totally correct. But we have one more method to write the query for this. Who will tell me? Come on, guys. There's one more method for this.
Between.
Where marks between 50 and 95. That's all.
95.
Okay. Okay, perfect. Last one. This you all have done correctly. You all have written the correct answer for this. Okay. Okay. Anyone who wants me to explain question number 5? Don't feel shy. If you have problem, please tell me.
Yes.
Sure,
Fifth
sure,
question.
sure. Perfect. Good. Let's try to understand this. First of all, let me clear this table. Portfolio. Let us start from portfolio. Okay. So this is the data, and I hope the question is clear to you all. Now this is like one of the example from my project in which I was working like a couple of years back. We faced the same situation. So the problem was same thing happened. So actually, I will tell you what happened actually. There was an issue on the report. Okay, report was not showing few of the sectors where the company has invested money. Okay, I was working in that investment bank at that moment. So that was not coming on the report, and the business stakeholders, no, they started shouting. They have raised a production issue that why these all sectors profit, loss, or revenues, liabilities numbers are not coming. Okay, and when we have done the analysis, we observed that the source team has sent the data in this format. They have kept all this in lowercase. Okay, but in the FRD, this was discussed in the initial requirement with the business stakeholders in the source team. It was discussed that the naming convention will be of this format. The first letter will be capital uppercase. Okay. So then we started thinking that, okay, so this is the problem. So how to handle and all the things we have handled. Okay, that's something bigger story. So that's the question. You have to find all the portfolio which is having all the characters in lowercase. So this is the one you can see all the characters are in lowercase. This is the one, all the characters are in lowercase. Similar question recently I have posted on LinkedIn as well. But there I have told to find the first character only. But I'm not giving that question because that has a concept of substring. So when we'll discuss that, we'll see that question as well. Okay. So you have to find the portfolio where all the characters are in lowercase. Hope the question is clear to everyone, right? So let's try to understand this. This is the data. What was the name of this table? Portfolio. Name of portfolio. Okay. I will write query for this. Okay, and then we will discuss that how this query is working. Many other ways are there as well for this, but I want to discuss the simplest one. Is this the correct output? Energy and auto are the two sectors where all the letters are in lowercase, right? You all agree this is the correct output? Okay. Now let's try to understand what this query is doing, how the engine is processing it. Okay. First of all, SQL engine will hit which keyword? Are you all sleeping? You guys there?
Yes.
So which keyword it will hit first? From, right? We have discussed yesterday. It will hit from. So the table name is portfolio. It will make a copy of this. This task is done. Next one. Next is to go to the where condition. Where name, right? So this is the name column. He is standing here. Okay. You will understand that, okay, I have to do something on name. Okay, fine. What you have to do? So he will see that, okay, lower name. User is looking for a lower name. Okay. So let's convert all this in the lower case. Okay. This task is also done. This is like a lower name. This is also done. Now, after that, what you're telling? Compare name and lower name. Okay. Is this equal to this? Yes or no?
No.
No. How is it same? This F is in caps and this F is in small. They both are not same, right? ASCII value is different. They both are not same. This is also not same, right? Is this equal to this? Yes.
Yes.
Is this equal to this? Yes.
Yes.
That is why I have told the SQL engine that SQL first of all convert all the value of this name column in lowercase and then check which is matching. So then you got this is not put. Is this clear now?
Yes.
Yes.
Perfect. Perfect. Okay. So I think we have covered all the assignment, and really thanks a lot for all those who has done that. Slowly the number of questions will increase, the complexity will increase as well, but I want you all to keep the momentum up, okay? Because it happens that the complexity increases, the students they will just start losing the interest, okay? But I don't want you to do that, okay? Now moving to some other concepts. Before that, any question?
Tanvir, I have a concern. I mean, question actually.
Mhm.
On the data type, if a column value is numeric, then we are putting it number. If it is in text, then we are using the varchar. Then how about if it is alphanumeric value in a column, then how can we mention that data type?
Meanwhile, you use varchar 2 only, but I will tell you explicit column for that. I have
Okay.
told you earlier as well that I will tell you that what is the difference between varchar and varchar 2, why we have to use char, what is the difference between char varchar, all these things. I will discuss all these things, and then float, and then date, timestamp. Okay, all these things are there in my bucket. Okay, I will
Okay.
discuss. Okay.
Sure.
Okay, fine. Okay, before this, okay, no, let me cover this first of all. Now we have discussed all the assignments, and I'm moving ahead with the assumption that you all have understood each and every aspect of that. Okay. Now this is a student table. Okay. And I've shown you this is student table. Let's discuss something about count function. Okay. I'll write count star from student. So what this will give?
How many students, sir?
Count of every row.
Count of all the records. So we
All
have
the record.
7 records here, right? If you count it with 7 records, so you got 7 here. Okay, this is fine. That's what I told you in the earlier. Star means everything. That is why it will count all the records and it will give you the output. Okay. If you write count of 1, what will be the output? This is an interview question.
Same.
Okay.
Same.
Same. Okay, let's check. Oh, output is same. So you write count of a star, you write count of 1. They both are 1 and the same, right? This is my mobile number. Enter this mobile number. Let's see what's the output now. Oh, again same. So what you understood from this? Inside count, you write any number. They will give you the total number of records. Although this is not used in projects, but in interviews, sometimes they used to ask this question. One of my friend, they asked this question, that count of 1, what will be the output? But we all have the habit of writing always a star. So please make a note, a star, 1, any number. They all will give you the same output. Hope this is clear. Count of
Yes.
SQL. What will be the output for this? Error message. Invalid identifier. Okay, error message is coming. Okay, fine. Now I have kept this in quotes. I'm writing this again. Oh, 7 is coming. What you understood from this, guys? Okay, I've given you a few examples. So from all this, what you understood? Anyone who wants to conclude this, the understanding? Oh, what happened? Is it not clear?
I think except keyword, whatever you are entering, it doesn't have any issue with it.
Okay, except keyword. Okay. Is create a keyword?
But here it is taking as a string.
Because I put this in quotes, right?
Yeah.
You got the same output, right? So
Yeah.
the concept is Within count, you write a star, you write any number, 1, 2, 3, 0, 5, 8, 9, whatever it may be. Or within count, write any character or string within quotes. Okay, within quotes. They all will give you the total number of records in that table. Is this clear? But the condition is if you're writing any string that must be within quotes. Otherwise, this will throw error message. And that is what in the beginning I have written this without quotes. This has thrown error message. And I will tell you the reason for that, why it has thrown that error message. But before that, try to understand the various state condition of this, that the concept is if count, if you're using a star, within count, if you're using any number, in count, you're using any characters or a string within quotes, they all are one and the same. Is this clear?
Yes.
Everyone, is this clear? Count of Tanveer, again same. Hope this is clear now. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, if this is clear, then ready for a twist now. Now, if I will run this, what will be the output? Yeah, come on, I will not run this, tell me.
I think same. It's counting all the names.
All the names, but I have not kept this in quotes. Right now, I told you that.
Because it's a column name.
It's a column name. Very good catch.
It will throw an error, I think.
See. It has not thrown error message. Why?
Because it's a user-defined keyword.
No. Yeah, this is a column name because name is the column name here.
Column.
So even if you're not keeping this in quotes, not a problem. Okay. See, you have a student ID here. I'm copying it and you paste it here. And I will not keep this in quotes. Let's see what will happen. Okay, understood. So if you're keeping column name inside count, you don't have to keep that in quotes. Hope this is clear now, everyone.
Yes.
I repeat, any question? No questions, right? And now it's time to do some twist here. I've inserted a null record for the student ID, okay, in the same student table. Now I'm running this again. Now, what is the difference, guys? Can you find any difference in the output?
Yeah, when you have given the column name, it did not count. The null value did not count.
So, okay. One more thing before explaining this concept. Same student ID I have written here, but I have kept in quotes. Now look at the output and tell me what is happening here. This is giving me output 8, but this is giving output 7. Why?
Because when you write count in the student ID in quotes, it's taking all the records. It's counting all the records, including null. Mentioned null record also it's counting. When you mention the student ID, it's taking only the records which have IDs.
Okay, correct. See, first of all, count of a star, count of 1, count of any number, they all are one and the same. Hope this is clear. Now, in count, if you're writing any character, any string, whether it is SQL, learn SQL, Tanveer, create, cat, rat, rain, anything in quotes, that will give you the total number of records. If I'm telling total number of records, that will include null as well. Hope this is clear. So far, they all are one concept till here. Okay. Now, here I mentioned count of name. Name is a column in this table. If you have mentioned column name inside count, that will also count the records, but it will ignore the null records. Why this count of name is giving 8? Because in name, you don't have any null records, right? But count of a student ID is giving you 7 because in a student ID, you have one record which is null and that has been ignored. That is why 8 minus 1, 7 is the total count of records. Is this clear now? So if you're using count of a column name, that will also count total records except null. Any question?
So if you write null in the name, one of the record in the name, then it will not count, right?
Let me show you that. You are correct. I'm making this as a null. This is what we're asking, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let me make it null. So this is null. I will set a null record in name. Okay. Now let's see what's output. Total record is 9. Till here, you're getting total record as 9, right? Till here. Correct, no? Now, count of name is giving you 8. Why
8.
this is giving 8?
Because it's not taking null.
It has ignored this null. Because the concept is if you're using any column name inside count, that will ignore the null records.
Yep. Thank you.
Why count of a student ID is giving me 7 records? Although
Because
we have 9 records in the table.
2 records having null.
2 records are having null record. But why this count of a student ID? This one is giving me 9 records and this one is giving 7 only.
It's taking all the records. All.
Why?
Because your student ID in quotes, right? So it's taking it's like a random.
It is in quotes.
Yeah.
So it will take all the records.
All records.
Hope this is clear now.
Yes.
I repeat, any question?
No.
No one is having any question. I cannot believe this.
No.
Whether you guys are not understanding it perfectly or...
Is there just one question I have? I'm not sure. Is there any feature of count star star?
Count a star star you want. Okay, this is good one. But even I have never tried this, so this will be learning.
I have
me
read
as well.
somewhere, but I don't know whether it will run or not.
To be honest, I never tried this. Let me check if we can get something for this. Missing right parenthesis. So I know, I think this is throwing error message. It is assuming something else here.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, perfect. So, and I'm moving ahead with the assumption that you understood the count of a star and all those flavors of count. Very important, especially in interviews, you will face this kind of questions. Okay. Student. Now, suppose forget about SQL for the moment. Okay, don't forget the concept which I taught you. Okay, so for the moment, just forget about it. Okay, now let's do some manual analysis. Okay, suppose I will ask you that tell me the occurrence of each and every student ID. Okay, occurrence of each and every student ID. So let's start with 1. So how many times we have 1 here in this table? 2 times. 1 is 2, right?
2 times.
2 times.
Okay. Then next, shall I write this one again that this is coming 2 times? Is that required?
No.
Already I've covered here, right? So no need to write this again. Okay. So which one should I take next?
2.
2. Okay. How many times we have 2 here?
2.
2 times. Okay. Then after that?
3.
3. How many times we have 3 here?
1.
1. Okay, perfect. Then next?
4.
How many times we have 4?
2 times.
Right? Then next, null?
Null.
How many times we have null? 2 times. Okay, so this is the requirement. Suppose this is the question that my manager is telling me that, okay, tell me the occurrence of each and every student ID. Okay, how many times it has occurred. Okay. So for that, we have a concept of a student ID, comma, count of a star. So I am telling to SQL engine, SQL tell me the occurrence of each and every student ID. So I've written this query. Okay, now let me run this. Oh, error message. Not a single group function. Whenever you are writing count of a star along with any column name, then at the end you have to write group by. You have to write group by and that column name. I repeat, whenever you want to use count of a star with any column name, the rule is you have to write this keyword group by that column name student ID. Why we have to write this, we will see right now. But let me run this. You got the output? Is this the correct output, guys? Let me check it. Is this the correct output? 1 is 2 times 2, 2 times 4, 2 times 3, 1 time, null 2 times. Hope this is correct. Okay. You all understood this? Now the question is that, Tanvir, why I have to write this group by? What is the purpose of this? Okay. Let's try to understand. See, the problem is if you will not group by, first of all, try to understand then what is happening here. You have given this query to the SQL engine. So, you know, like it will start from this from keyword. Okay. It will pick this table. This is done. Then it will start counting student ID and count of a star, right? So what it will do, it will make a copy here. See, okay, user wants a student ID to make a copy here. We'll keep it here. Then it will make a column name count of a star. It will make a column name count of a star. And then it will see that, okay, the user is asking that how many times it has come. So 1, it has come 1 time. 1, it has come only once. 2, it has come only once. 2, it has come only once. 3, it has come only once. 4, it has come only once. 4, it has come only once. Null only once. Null only one. This is the problem. Okay. But if you remember, when we were doing manual analysis, what we have done, we have created bucket. We have created bucket. This is the one bucket of 1. Right now, you have created bucket of this. Then you have started counting. 1 is occurred once here, then 1 has come once here. So total 1, 1, 2. Then you have 2 in the bucket. That is why, first of all, you have to create the buckets of all the student ID. So to tell to SQL engine that SQL, please create bucket, first of all, you have to write this group by. Is this clear now? Hello,
Yes.
is this clear now?
Yes.
Yes.
So this is the reason the SQL will throw error message if you're not writing group by, because you're not bucketizing it. SQL is getting confused that in which bucket I have to find the count, and which parameter I have to find the count. Okay, that is why you have to write group by, as it will throw the error message. Any question on this? No questions? Okay.
No.
Now, but hope you all have understood that why we need group by, because most of my aspirants will ask this question. They will tell that, okay, this is the rule, but we don't know why. But this is the reason. You should know that why you're using this group by. Okay. Now, suppose the question is that, okay, fine, you have found this number of occurrence of 1, 2, and all those things. Okay. But now they're asking me that list the IDs which has occurred more than once. List the IDs whose occurrence is more than once. Can I tell 1, 2, 4, null? These are the IDs whose occurrence is more than once, right? They have occurred more than once. Is this clear? So that's the question. Now tell me the IDs which has occurred more than once. So here what I will do in this query, I will write a condition that where count of a star is greater than 1. Is this correct?
No, I think so.
Why no?
Before grouping, it's putting the condition.
Okay, leave that, all those things before grouping and all those things. Okay. I know some of you will say that you have to use having and all those things. Okay, forget about all those things for the timing. Suppose you don't know those things. Okay. Apart from this, is this condition correct or not? That is what I'm just asking.
Yeah, it's correct.
Condition is correct now, because
Yeah.
I want to fetch those IDs which has occurred more than once. So we have these IDs which has occurred more than once. So I have applied this condition. The IDs is more than one. Count of a star is greater than one, right? Is this clear to everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
Nitesh Kumar, is it clear to you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, fine. You all understood that. Okay, yeah, tell me this condition is correct. If you want occurrence more than one, we have to apply this filter condition. Okay. Now let me run this. Group function is not allowed here. It has thrown some error message. So I thought that, okay, I have mentioned here group by. Now why it has thrown this error message? The reason is whenever you're applying filter condition on count of a star. Okay, here the filter condition I applied on count of a star. But if you will remember all the earlier conditions, wherever I applied filter condition, all those filters were based on the column name. See here, filter is on which one? Column name, column name. And yesterday as well, whatever we have discussed, all the conditions were on the column name, right? But here I'm trying to apply filter on this count of a star, which is not a column, but which is something which the SQL engine is doing calculation. Okay. So in this case, whenever you want to apply filter on count of a star, I will not go to the aggregate functions. Guys who know those concepts, please don't get confused. I'm not coming to that sum, max, minimum, average, because I don't know what are those concepts. I know only count of a star. Okay. So whenever you're applying filter condition on count of a star, you should not use where. You have to use a new keyword that is known as having. This is the rule.
One thing, Tanveer. So in count, in bracket, if we write the column name, then
Bracket, if you write the column name here,
yeah, then will it throw error or
yeah, it
yeah,
will
here
throw error.
instead of star?
See,
Because
logic
now we're
is,
applying column.
the logic is if you are applying filter on count, I've just told count. Inside you have a star, you have column name or whatever it may be. I'm not bothered about that. Okay, I'm just telling that you have this count and you're using this as a filter condition. You have to use having. Hope this is clear now. If you want to write column name, anything, name or ID, even then you have to use having. Why? Because the rule what I told is if you are using count, I'm not bothered about the argument what you are giving inside count. Whenever you're using count and you want to apply filter, you have to use having. That's all. Story finish. Is this clear now? Guys, is this clear?
Yes.
Not clear. Not clear. I think this is not clear. Shall I repeat this again? Okay, let me repeat it. See, the question is, my manager is telling that I want those IDs whose occurrence is more than once. Okay, whose occurrence is more than once. So I thought that, okay, they want count of a star greater than 2, right? I will write the condition as where count of a star is greater than 2. That's what we know so far, that whenever you want to apply any filter, you have to write where. We know this, no? So far we know this, that where is used as a filter condition. Is this clear to everyone? Oh, guys, if you will not reply, how will understand? You're understanding not, right? This we know, right? So I have used here where condition. Now I have run this. I have executed this. Then this has thrown error message that, okay, this is not allowed. Then I told you that this error message is coming because whenever you are using count, I'm bothered only count. I'm not telling what is present inside count. Whenever you're using count as a filter condition, you have to write having. Then it will give you the result. Now you can ask question that why is it? What is the reason for that, right? What is the reason? Now verify is this the correct output, what we are looking for. All these IDs have occurred twice, more than once, right? But you can see this 3 is not coming in the output. Why? Because 3 has occurred only once. All this is clear. Any question?
Clear.
Any question?
No.
No.
But there is a question which you all should ask. You are missing that. I have not explained that.
Position of having.
That will not matter. Let me change that. I know you will ask this question, but that will not
Yeah.
matter. Let me show you this one as well. This is what we're telling, right?
Yeah.
So they both are one and the same.
Okay.
Okay. But if you're working in Microsoft SQL Server Workbench, it will matter. Okay. There you have to keep it first. You have to write like this. Microsoft SQL. So I think you have worked there, right? That's what you're asking this question. So there it is. You have to write group by first and then having. But in Oracle, that doesn't matter. Hope this is clear.
Yes.
Now, there is a question which you all have not asked. The question is, Tanvir, why I cannot write where? You told that, okay, it is fine. If it is count, I have to write having, right? It is like I'm mugging up this. I don't know the concept, right? I'm not explaining the concept that why we have to write having. What is the reason for this, right? Okay. Any guesses why?
Where means you're taking column name from the table. Having means in this means you're selecting from this select query. I think.
Again, you're telling the rule, but what is the reason for that rule? That is the question. Why? Where and having, they both are acting as a filter condition. You told that where you will use for the column names and having for these functions, aggregate functions. But why? Why where is not able to handle this filter? What is the problem with where? Is my question clear? What I'm trying to tell you? I have told you earlier that whenever you want to apply filter, you have to use where condition. But now I am telling that if it is count, you cannot use where. You have to use having. You can ask question that why? What is the reason? Why have to use having here?
Because where point towards the column name, and while I talk about the having part, it will act as an additional filter on it.
No,
Means
I can show you examples where I will use where with count. That is not a constraint. But good, you are thinking that's good.
No.
Yeah, come on. Okay, one thing I want to understand. It happened last batch. I think in December batch it happened. December November batch. Okay, similar thing happened. Okay, I was giving the reasons that okay, this is the reason for this. This is happening. SQL engine is working like this. It is extracting data in this fashion and all these things. Okay. So few students, they were having concern that we have strict timelines and we don't want to go in all these details. So just tell us the how the queries works, what is the function of these keywords. If this is the same here, please let me know. Okay, I will not go in all those details. I will tell you the query how it is working. Okay, if that is the case, I will not bother to explain you the reason that why this is happening, why it is taking that, and all those things. Okay, is this the same situation here? Anyone is having any concern with that?
No.
Okay, is okay. I'm understanding that is fine for you. You are interested to learn all those things, right? Okay, but if anyone is having concern, you can ping me in my personal menu on WhatsApp. Okay, that if it is killing your time and if you're not interested, we can plan. Okay, so for the time being, let me tell you the reason for this, that why this is not taking where. We have 5 more minutes left. Okay, so fine. Okay. I will try my level best to explain this. This is a bit complicated, but don't get afraid. We will see how to solve this. Okay. This is the parent table. You all know, right? We have discussed, and this is some manual analysis we have done. This is the query. And suppose we have where here. Then where. Suppose this is where. So again, what will happen? First of all, your SQL engine will hit this from, you all know this, we have discussed a number of times. So this will be copied from the database and it will paste it here, and it is local memory space or buffer space, whatever you want, you can term that. Okay. After from, where it will go?
We'll take the table first, then it will go to the condition.
From, then where? Yeah.
From, then where? What is the reason for that? Any idea? See, always think from justification perspective. Any idea, guys?
The need is select student ID, but we need to know like where the student ID should be considered. So that's the reason from the table student should come into picture, then your condition.
Okay. See, whenever you're writing a query, the very important aspect is the tuning part, performance part. Always you have to write a query in such a way that the task which SQL has to do should be as less as possible. And I hope you all will agree with this justification, right? Okay, SQL works in this fashion. So always after picking this table, your SQL engine will ask that, Mr. Tanveer, you want to work in all this data or you want to filter it. This is exactly similar when you're buying to purchase an AC on Amazon or Flipkart application. First of all, you will apply filters, right? Because you will get that 500 suggestions for AC. You will get confused. You will apply filter that, no, boss, I want 1.5 ton. I want from Hitachi, Blue Star and Daikin. You will do this or not?
Yeah.
You are doing this, no? You are applying filter. Why you are applying filter? Because you don't have to process all the AC. You don't want to see all the AC. You have to do a lot of analysis, right? So that is what after from you will apply the filter, and that is why after from where will come. Is this clear? After from which one will come? Where will come, because you're applying the filter condition here. Now here you have mentioned where count of a star greater than 1. What you have mentioned? Count of a star greater than 1. But if you have written count of a star greater than 1, do you have any count of a star here? Do you have any count of a star here?
No.
You don't have any count of a star here? Do you have? You don't have.
No.
Now you have mentioned here where count of a star greater than 1. Now SQL is confused. That, boss, where is count of a star? I cannot see any count of a star here. Got it? Is this clear? So
Yeah.
that is why to solve this problem, the SQL family, they all went for a dinner and they thought that, okay, this is the problem here. User has given where count of a star, but count of a star is not present here. What to do? Okay. Then they all thought that, okay, do one thing. This count of a star is not present, but actually user is looking for this data. Right now, user is looking for this data. So ask user that before doing where one, hit this group by. SQL engine, they are all went for party and they're planning all these things. Okay. They told that, ask the user that before hitting this where condition, hit which condition? Group by. Okay. So fine, you will do group by after from. So you have grouped this and you got this as an output. Okay. Group by this. And then after grouping, then you will come to this condition that, okay, now I can see that, okay, I have done group by student ID and you have count of a star. So you will do count of a star here. Here count of a star is like these all values. Because you have done grouping, you have done this activity. Because now SQL is telling you that, boss, after from, don't go to where, don't go to group by. Okay, then you have done group by and this is the output. And then if you are coming after group by, so first step is where you are hitting the from. Second step is where you went to where clause, because this is the rule. You are working with rule. But SQL is confused here. So SQL suggested you to don't go to where, go to group by. Okay. So you have went to group by, you have done this segregation, right? And then you can go to this where again. So now after group by, if you will come to where, then can you pick this count of a star greater than 1? You will gather, okay, count of star greater than 1. This is the value and this is the value. Is this fine? Now you will get the output. Is this clear? Not clear. See what is happening. First of all, from will come. You will pick this table. This table is present here, right? Generally, what happens after from, you will go to where. Generally, you went to where it is mentioned that count of a star greater than 1. But do you have any count of a star column? It is not present here. And this is not your mistake, because SQL has told you to go to where after from. This is not present. Then SQL suggested you to go to group by. You went to group by, you have done this category, okay? And after group by, then again SQL is telling you to come to where clause. So you will come to where clause, and then this is the filter condition. Everything is sorted. Everything is sorted, but there is a conflict now. What is the conflict? Now SQL is telling you that first of all, after from, go to group by and then come to where. Right now, this is the flow SQL is telling you. But generally, what is the flow? From, first of all, you have to hit from, then you have to go where, and then you have to go for group by or whatever it is present. Correct? This is the general format. But in this case, SQL is telling you that after from, go to group by, then come to where. Now tell me, is this both are contradictory statement or not?
Yeah, it's contradictory, and secondly,
Contradictory? Secondary?
that first left hand side, the order which you have mentioned, majorly generally people used to, I also studied that only from where group by, but
you're correct. That is what I told you. Generally, this is the fashion we follow, and we were going with this fashion only. So we observed that this is where, but where count of a star is not present here, right? So I told to SQL told me that no, you have to go like this, from, then go to group by, make a bucket, and then after that hit the where clause. Then I will tell, okay, fine, I have done this and we got the output. Then I will raise a complaint that this both are contradictory statement. Sometimes you're telling to go to where from, after from go to where, then go to group by. Now you're telling from, then go to group by, then go to where. So SQL got a solution for this. SQL told that, okay, do one thing, write having here, new keyword. Okay. And then they have inserted this at the last with the new keyword, that first of all hit from, hit it from. Do we have where? So after from, go to where. But if you have this count of a star, you should use having. This is the reason they are telling to use having, not to use where. So after from, you will go to where generally, but do you have any where? No where is there. Then you will go to group by. After you in group by, you will make the segregation of buckets. Then you will come to having. Then after group by, you will come to having. Then you have this filter. Now you can apply this filter. Now, if you write where instead of having, the problem is your SQL engine will hit this where clause after from, but in where you don't have any count of a star, and that is why the problem is. To solve this problem, SQL has discovered a new keyword, that is having, and this is the reason for that. I'm not sure how many of you have understood. This was a bit complicated, I do understand, but anyone who has understood this concept? No one?
not cleared.
Not cleared. Okay, then leave it, no issue. We will discuss this again when we'll be having some more maturity. We'll discuss this again, but this is the reason, and you should know that why we are using having in the aggregate function. But for the timing, just try to understand that whenever you are using count in the filter condition, you have to use having. That's all. Again,
but in that we can have where condition also, right? In case if you want,
you can apply that. If you want, you can apply this. Where, suppose you want this for subject physics only, so you write this condition. Nobody is going to stop it.
But we cannot have two where conditions in one.
No, two where conditions you cannot use. New where conditions you cannot use. Okay. Fine. So you understood the rule. Okay. So logic we will discuss again. Not an issue if you're not understood.
One question here. You told that we can't use. Okay, where in where condition? It's not fetching the data because it don't know the column, like the count, because it's not a column like present in the table. So if we give the name of that column in where condition under the bracket, so will it fetch the data?
Perfect. Perfect. Good one. It will fetch it. It will fetch it. I will show you the example. I think what you are telling is, you are telling that Tanvir, count of a star is not there. Suppose I will give an alias here. Suppose I give an alias as count, right? Now, if you want, you can do this. Select a student ID, comma, count from this table. This is the table. Okay. And then write where count greater than 1. This will give you the output. You remove this one because you are applying, you don't want to apply on this. No. 1 minute. Want to start from this, remove this condition. Okay. So this was the original query. Now here in this query, you want to fetch only those IDs where count of a star is greater than 1. So, and if you don't want to use that condition, what you can do is select a student ID, comma, count from this table where count greater than 1. Now this will give you the output. Why? Because here you have student ID. Now this is giving you the output. Why? Because when you are using where, this CNT, you have the CNT column present here because you have used this in the inner query. That's why this is not throwing error message. Is this the question which you have asked?
Yeah, and here one more thing we can do, right? In select student ID, like from a student, where count in bracket whatever the select student ID
Then
from employee, sorry, from student, where count bracket student ID.
This will throw error message. I will not go further, but this will throw error message. Again, the rule is if you are using count function, this is a reserved keyword. You cannot use where.
Okay.
Here you see, I have used where, but I have not used with count. I have used with CNT. This is an alias.
No, I'm giving the name of the column.
Anything you write.
Name under,
anything you write. I'm not bothered about that. Have you mentioned count here? Yes or no? You have mentioned count here. It will throw error message. That's all. But let me show you this.
Here I made the column, like I'm just applying on the column. That's what I'm telling you.
Oh, you are applying on the column. You're correct. But have you used here count or not?
Okay.
Count is there, right? You will get your message. Okay. I will show you this by the way. Your message. Okay. Why? Because count is present here. So if you have count, you should not use where. And I've tried to explain the reason, but I'll explain this again because you should know this. This is very, very interesting part. Okay, any other question? Any other question, guys?
No.
No questions.
No.
Okay. Okay, I'm not sure was the session clear today or not, but this part I will cover again. And fine. Let me know if you have any other questions, any clarifications. And we will discuss, we'll continue the session next week, again Saturday, 9 to 10:30. And I will share the assignments and all those things with you. Okay. Okay, then fine. If you don't have any question, we'll wrap up and meet again the next week. Thank you, guys. Take care. Bye.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, bye.